sit up, please. Everyone, please sit up. Bow. Good morning, everyone. My name is Bowen, and you can call me Teacher Bowen. Now, please have a seat. Have a seat, please. Before we get right to the class, please turn to page 77 and look at me. Look at me here. So, last class we have talked about force. So, an examples: Tom, gravity force. Yeah, gravity force is kind of force. Any other answers? Nancy? Contact force. Yeah, contact force is kind of force. And actually, there are three kinds of force that appears in our lives. First of all, it is gravity force. Repeat after me. Gravity force. Gravity force. So what is gravity force? Now, when I jump and I will stick right on the ground, if we don't have gravity force in our lives, that means if we jump, we might float in the air. So gravity force makes us stick on the ground. Understand? Good. Next, it is contact force. Repeat after me. Contact force. Contact force. That is like this. Or if we go to play baseball, we use bat to hit the ball. That means it is kind of a contact force. Understand? Last but not least, it is non-contact force. So what is non-contact force? Now here, look at me, Nancy. Here we have two magnets. And now the two magnets, between two magnets, we have a non-contact force. These two magnets have conflict, so it means they haven't have contact but have force. So it is non-contact force. Understand? Excellent. Now we have a science experiment of contact force by using, look at me here. Here, what is this? Here, anyone knows about it? It is spring. Yeah, that's right, spring. So, have you guys had an experience of spring? Spring? Yes or no? Have you guys ever seen of spring or use it? No? That's okay. But now we're going to use spring to measure about length. Repeat after me. Length. Length. And we have to measure initial length. Initial length to confirm about the initial length of spring. And then we have to measure about the total length. Repeat after me. Total length. So by measuring the total length, we can know about the differential. Repeat after me. Differential. Differential. So by measuring about the initial length and the total length, we can know about the differential. You guys ready? Now we have four groups: A, B, C, and D. Now we have to measure the length of spring by putting counterweight. Repeat after me. Counterweight. Counterweight under the spring. And group A has to put 5 counterweights under the spring. Group B 6, Group C 7, Group D 8 counterweight under the spring. Now we have 10 minutes to do an experiment. You guys ready? Excellent. Time's up. Now please So group A, your total length of spring is 5.1 centimeter. Repeat after me, centimeter. We usually abbreviate centimeter as cm. So it is centimeter. So the total length of spring of group A, it is 5.1 centimeter. So now the differential of here. The differential of the spring, it is 5.1 minus 4.3. That means the differential is 0.8 centimeter. Move on to group B. So group B, your answer is 5.5. Yeah. So the differential of group B is 5.5 minus 4.3. So it is 1.2 centimeter. Move on to group C. Your answer is 5.9. So the differential of the spring, it is 1.6. And the last group is group D. Your answer is 6.3. And the differential of it is 2 centimeter. Excellent. So now we can draw or make a picture of it here. The vertical is the number of counterweights. The horizon is the spring length. So there are 3 lines of it. There are 3 possibilities of it. First of all, it is here. Second is here. Third, here. So the picture will look like number 1. That's right. So that means if the counterweight rises and the length of spring will also rises. Understand? Good. Now we have to know about the steps. So step 1 is we have to measure about the initial length of spring. This is the first step. Second step, it is to measure about the total length of spring. The third part of it is to measure the differential of spring. So there are 3 steps to measure it. Now the question is, if there are a lot of counterweights, like here, can the length of spring increase unlimited? One more time, if we put a lot of counterweight on it like this, is the length of spring unlimited? Yes or no? Yes or no? No. Why? Because here, all kinds of spring have its elasticity. Repeat after me. Elasticity limit. Elasticity limit. So what is elasticity limit in Chinese? Repeat after me. Elasticity limit. Elasticity limit. So next class we're going to figure out what is elasticity limit. And now please open your book. The class ends here. Please recite and review before returning home, and we can have a 10-minute break.